A youngling?
And who are you supposed to be?
I'm Ahsoka. Master Yoda sent me.
Hi guys, I hope you're all doing good, and today I want to talk to you about why you should watch the three main Star Wars Disney Plus series. The first series is Star Wars The Clone Wars. This is set between episodes 2 and 3 and is about the war between the Republic and the Separatists. During the 7 seasons, we follow the 501st Legion, which is led by General Anakin Skywalker, Commander Ahsoka Tano and Captain Rex. We see new recruits and watch them grow into elite soldiers. The series also develops on existing characters such as Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, Commander Cody, Count Dooku, General Grievous and Darth Maul. The second series, Star Wars Rebels, is set 15 years after Revenge of the Sith. It focuses on a small group of rebels which begin to grow and help form the Rebel Alliance. However, they will break away from the main group and plan to retake the main planet of the series, Lothal. It returns favourite characters from other content such as Ahsoka, Maul, Rex, Vader and Thrawn. Finally, we have The Mandalorian, which unlike the other two, is in live action. The series is mainly about a bounty hunter trying to take Baby Yoda, or Grogu, to a Jedi so he can learn the ways of the Force. Series 3 of this is coming out next year. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about one of my favourite characters from all the series. This is Ahsoka Tano. Ahsoka starts off as a 14-year-old Padawan played by Ashley Eckstein and slowly learns throughout the Clone Wars and matures into adulthood. She eventually left the Jedi Order and she went around Coruscant doing good deeds and helping people out. She later became a rebel agent, Fulcrum, helping build rebel cells such as Phoenix Squadron. Finally, in The Mandalorian, it was revealed that she is looking for Grand Admiral Thrawn, and possibly Ezra Bridger. So, I'm going to explain why Ahsoka is an excellent character who is exceptionally well written without being overpowered. Ahsoka's first appearance in Star Wars is in the Clone Wars film, where fans did not react well to Anakin Skywalker having a Padawan and claiming she was annoying and childish and should not be on a battlefield. She also did not listen to Anakin and Obi-Wan, her superiors, and sometimes this led to risk lives of her men. For example, at the Battle of Ryloth, she is told by Admiral Yularen to retreat as they are losing the space battle. However, she does not retreat, which leads to her whole squad being destroyed and a Venator-class Star Destroyer to be destroyed as well. And this theme was continued in the first 2 series of the Clone Wars. However, this was actually part of the plan for the character, that she was meant to be overconfident and annoying, was intended so that the character could develop and learn lessons throughout the series. But I cannot ignore some of Ahsoka's lines are cringeworthy and annoying. Listen to this.
Hairless harpy.
If it isn't Skywalker's filthy, obnoxious little pet.
How nice of you. Tell you what, I'll give you a merciful death.
In this case, I agree with Ventress. Despite this, Ahsoka begins to learn these lessons and begins to establish strong relations with the other characters, and has begun to see Anakin as an older brother figure. I personally enjoy it when she meets Lux Bonteri, who is the son of a Separatist senator. Lux teaches Ahsoka that not all the Separatists are evil droids who have no feelings, but there are regular people, and some of them are actually good and selfless people, and not enemies. This helps Ahsoka realise that not everything is black and white, and begins to see flaws with the Jedi Order. Ahsoka also developed feelings for Lux, and this created an interesting dynamic, and it was cool to see how she dealt with breaking the Jedi Code, and her decision to act on this romantic interest, and how it differed from Anakin's decision, how he acted with Padme. One of the biggest moments in the Clone Wars is when Ahsoka is accused of bombing the Jedi Temple, and she is expelled from the Jedi Order. However, when Anakin catches the real culprit, Ahsoka is allowed back into the Order. However, she surprises us all and chooses not to join. We all thought that this was the end for Ahsoka, and we would hear the end of her story in a novel or comic. However, she would appear in Star Wars Rebels.
Ahsoka. My name is Ahsoka Tano.
She was a Fulcrum agent. She would help build up Phoenix Squadron and train Ezra Bridger, whilst trying to find out the identity of Darth Vader. She would show how much more powerful she had become after defeating 2 Inquisitors on her own with little effort, and on Malachor she would fight Darth Maul, and then she would fight Darth Vader, until he force-pushed her off a ledge. She would get up and slice off a piece of Vader's helmet, and then see Anakin's face.
Anakin. I won't leave you. Not this time.
Then you will die.
Ahsoka would be back in Series 4 of Rebels, as Ezra Bridger would enter the world between worlds and would rescue Ahsoka by pulling her out of the scene so she survived the battle. Unfortunately, Palpatine also found a way into the world between worlds, and he tried to use Sith sorcery to bring Ezra and Ahsoka to him. However, they would escape, and Ezra would destroy the world between worlds. After this, Ezra and Thrawn were taken into the unknown regions, and Ahsoka and Satine went to go and find him. Luckily for us, Ahsoka would return in Series 7 of the Clone Wars, where she would be in 2 arcs. The first one of these was frankly terrible. Ahsoka was a shining light in this miserable arc, and she helps the Martez sisters see things differently and to become more selfless and less reliant on themselves. They would get in trouble with the Pikes and would find out that Darth Maul was on Mandalore. Eventually, Bo-Katan Kryze would find Ahsoka and enlist her help in retaking the planet and capturing Maul. They went to Anakin for help, and he gave her half of the 501st, including Commander Rex. This was an emotional moment, as it was the last time Ahsoka would see Anakin and Obi-Wan. Rex and half of his 501st Legion had painted their helmets orange to honour Ahsoka. Anakin also gave her some new lightsabers, which were blue, and then he had to go and save the Chancellor, as like in Revenge of the Sith. Ahsoka would head to the surface of Mandalore and defeat Maul's forces, and then finally defeat Maul himself and capture him. As they were transporting Maul to Coruscant, Palpatine executed Order 666, and Rex hesitated when executing it, which gave Ahsoka time to prepare, and she evaded the attack. She goes on to help Rex by removing his inhibitor chip, and Rex would help Ahsoka escape on a Y-Wing. As the result of this, the rest of the clones sadly died in the crash, as Maul had ripped the ship out of hyperspace and used Ahsoka's shuttle to escape. Ahsoka and Rex buried the clones. Afterwards, in a climactic end to the series, Vader would come and find one of Ahsoka's lightsabers, which she had left there, so if someone found the crash, they would assume she was dead. Finally, in The Mandalorian, Ahsoka would appear in live action played by Rosario Dawson, and she teamed up with Mando to try and defeat the Magistrate and her allies. She would defeat her with her 2 white lightsabers, and then she would ask her where was Grand Admiral Thrawn, and the answer to this is unknown. She told Mando that she could not train Grogu because he had formed an attachment with him, and she referenced Anakin as she knew what attachments did to a fully trained Jedi Knight. She would send them to Tython to find a Jedi who would teach Grogu. We can all see that Ahsoka has an incredible story and has developed a lot. She has always had weaknesses to overcome, and she always does it gradually with a struggle. She is someone to look up to, and is a good person, but is not a Mary Sue, or someone who acts unnaturally good, which makes her seem unrelatable. She makes decisions that we can empathise with. She is an interesting character, because she is never predictable, and fans were always surprised in a good way with the way her character went. And one of the main reasons for her success is that Dave Filoni is so careful with the way he's treated her, and he always has an excellent plan for her. I really enjoy her relationship with Anakin and Padme, and how she always knew about their relationship but did not tell the Council and remained loyal to them. You can see how much Anakin means to Ahsoka as well. In Rebels, she does not want to believe Anakin is Darth Vader, and lies to herself and refuses to believe the truth about him. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Please follow the Instagram at The Ultimate High Ground. And finally, I'm sorry for the lack of content here. Because I have so much schoolwork and go to a boarding school, it means making lots of videos hard, so there will not be another video for a few weeks. Thank you for watching. And now go and watch the Clone Wars.